Good Tuesday morning. This is 106.1 KYVZ. Joe Vazurek visiting with Ag meteorologist Chris Schromick at Decision Weather Now, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. Chris, kind of a foggy start for portions of the plains this morning.
Yeah, Joe, we got that dense fog advisory, and it's mostly in those locations that's to the west of Highway 25 and north of Highway 40 and I-70 there, where we did get that snow and rain from that recent storm system. Out there this morning, we got 32 being reported in Burlington. Quarter-mile visibility. We got 40 in Goodland with a half-mile visibility. Also got a quarter-mile visibility up there in Ray with 37 degrees. And you get your way to Highways 25. We got 42 in Colby, 43 here in Atwood, 43 in Oberlin, and 45 in McCook, and reporting anywhere from clear skies to a half-mile visibility in those locations. We got a southeast breeze at 5 to 15 miles per hour, and that'll pick up later this afternoon and evening, as we got an upper level trough and cold front that'll come through this evening. That storm system and upper level disturbance will move through the Dakotas and up towards the Canadian and Minnesota border for tomorrow, and that'll swing a cold front through here and keep those winds blowing tomorrow again from a northwest direction at that 20 to 30 miles per hour, and occasionally gusts to 40. This afternoon, as we have an increase in clouds late this afternoon and this fog burns off, we should have some peaks of sun. It'll warm our afternoon temperatures up there to 60 degrees. And then as we get to tomorrow, we'll see a bit of a cool down. It won't be a big cool down. We'll see morning temperatures starting around 40. It'll continue to be breezy through midday, early afternoon. The highs will rebound back up into the middle 50s. And then tomorrow's lows will drop below freezing and go to in the upper 20s and lower 30s. And then we got an upper level ridge that'll quickly follow that system. And we'll see temperatures shoot back up there into the 60s. We're calling for 65 and sunny skies there on Thursday. We got a west-south wind turning to the southeast at 5 to 15. We'll go into the middle to upper 60s on Friday and heading towards 70 degrees on Saturday as we got our next trough that'll start coming over the Rockies. And that southwesterly flow, breezy south winds will push those temperatures up there to unseasonably warm readings. However, we've got an interesting weather pattern that will develop Sunday heading into early next week, as we'll see another trough and system come over the Rockies, bring a cool front through on Sunday. They'll drop our temperatures to around 50. And at the same time, we've got a disturbance that will be working its way out of Mexico through Texas and moving through the Midwest with shower and thunderstorm activity. When that colder air and that system collide over the central U.S. and the Midwest there Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday, that low pressure is going to cut off, and it will be a slow mover, and we'll have chances for rain and snow to start next week. Temperatures will be in the 40s for highs, overnight lows in those upper 20s and lower 30s. So could be something similar to what we saw into last week, Friday into Saturday, except it does look like it'll be a little bit further east here over Kansas, and maybe more rain to the east, and that snow line could be working its way a little bit farther out of Colorado into Kansas. It's going to be something we'll keep our eyes on, and we'll expect that another round of kind of winter, fall-type weather as we head into the middle parts of November and prior to Thanksgiving. And again, that will add to our rain totals and our drought deficits and all what we've seen with this last system, and this is very unusual for November. As we look ahead past that system, as we head towards Thanksgiving, it does look like we could have another disturbance after a brief warm-up as this one moves off to the east, and then we could see something coming from the northwest right around Thanksgiving time as well, keeping the active weather pattern going through the end of the month of November.
Chris, you mentioned the storm system that will be impacting the tri-state region next week. Is there quite a bit of moisture to deal with, or is this, is it going to be similar as far as precipitation amounts as to the last system that came through?
Yeah, this thing is actually going to have quite a bit of moisture with it. Is what we've got going on is there's a high pressure sitting over the southeastern United States during that period. And so as that high pressure pulls Gulf moisture into the Midwest, it'll be primed and ready for these systems to come out of the southwest and the northwest at the same time. So you kind of got this double barrel low pressure that's going to come through. And then what happens there is you watch the tropical storm that's down there in the Caribbean. That's going to come up and try to sneak in behind that high pressure as it moves off from the southeast into Florida once again. And what that does is that kind of blocks that low pressure with that moisture in place over the middle parts of the country up and slows it down. So this could end up, if all that pans out and we have that tropical storm, maybe a hurricane type event down there around Florida and the Caribbean, that could hold up this system in the Midwest with moisture in place due to that high pressure pumping it in, and the system coming up from Mexico with a low. So looks like there's a lot of moisture potential and a pattern that could get blocked up, which means could be a several-day event next week.
Once again, that's Ag Meteorologist Chris Schramek at Decision Weather Now, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. For KYVZ Radio, I'm Joe Vazurek.